Welcome back. Today I'm going to make this Yin Yang bowl. It's 10 inches around, about 2 inches thick, and I used maple and walnut for it. A friend of mine sent me a template that he made to make them, and 2 of the screw holes you use to screw it to your blank line up the dots perfectly. Let's go ahead and get started. The wood shop is sponsored by these fine companies and viewers like you. I have my template here and a piece of maple and a beautiful piece of walnut with a lot of great color in it. So I'm going to take my templates, line them up on these pieces, and I'm going to trace around them and then take them to the bandsaw and cut out as close to the line as I can. Before we get too far into this, I should mention that it would be best to just cut out the inside of the template first, leave some material on the outside. The little tips are pretty weak and you're routing off a lot of material. I'll show you why in just a second, but I think glue up would be a little bit easier too. Real quick, while the glue's drying, this is why you should do the inside first. These are my 4 test pieces. This is really thin. I would leave as much material out here as you can to support it and slowly move up the router bed. I just went up a little bit each time until I got to the top. If it takes off too much material, it tends to grab on you. So I would just move that up slowly and definitely leave some more material. All right, let's get back to work. After the glue dried, I went ahead and ran it through the surface sander a couple of times and then put the templates back on and trued up the outside. I put it in the cold jaws to center it and then glued a waste block on the bottom. This one's pretty thin, it's a little under 2 inches. You can do a recess on the bottom too, but I didn't want to take off too much material, so I used a waste block. There we go. And again, Mike, thank you so much for the template. That seam is just flawless. You did a fantastic job on it. I'll talk about how he made the template on the follow-up on Monday too, but he saw the platter I did and he wanted a way to duplicate them. On this one, I just made one side and then laid it on the other board, but mine has a couple little gaps in it, but he did a great job on it. Two, you might have noticed in the video that on the maple part of it, some of the grain was torn a little bit. It was because I was having to run the lathe at such a slow speed. I had the extension on there and the face plate and then the waste block, and I just had like a little wobble to it if I tried to go much above 1,000, but I don't know, it worked out. Well, like I said earlier in the video too, leave yourself a little bit of material when you're cutting it out, but fantastic job. Thank you. Thanks again. All right, if this is your first time here, I have a new project video every Friday. I hope to see you there. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe and go subscribe to my Q&A channel as well. And on Monday, we'll talk about the template. Till next time, take care.